Hello and welcome back. I want to talk to Ulfar. I need to start using his name and not just call him the Space Marine or the Space Wolf. You just have to understand, sir, I've seen you on loading screens so many times. It's kind of almost strange to actually have you here. Are you? Is your... Huh. His hair looks kind of white grayish here. I want to talk to him. I want to know more about him.
Let us raise our cups at Vater, in honor of deeds accomplished and in expectation of those yet to come.
Yeah, so there's something familiar about the way he speaks, but I can't place it. Why do you call me Etvater?
This is the name given on Fenris to a pack father.
Oh.
A commander
Oh, Vater.
or captain. An Etvater answers to a Jarl, the commander of a great company.
I know about Jarl.
Since you are the one who commands your crew, and I follow you at present, I am granting you the honored title of Etvater. You, of course, are a maiden, not a father. But we have no word meeting maiden commander in our tongue, as all space wolves are men.
Interesting. I wonder... This has to be an entirely different voice line when you're a man, then. Thank you for this honor.
Be worthy of it, and see that you do not disgrace this glorious rank.
Now, how were you planning on getting out of here?
I have had a few thoughts on that score, but don't try to pry them out of me. When the time comes, I will share them with you.
Cassius' sidelong look, grinning broadly. Wily self-satisfaction is writ large across his harsh features, though he tries to hide it. Blessed with brute strength, but is neither cunning nor ingenious. I don't believe that for a second. Shit. Oh well. Okay, here's my best guess. If I succeeded, it would tell me that surely he hides a great intellect under a facade of being a dumbass or whatever. I know, but let's ask the questions because I want the voice dialogue. I enjoy the voice dialogue, thank you very much. Why do you devour your enemies?
Why do you think?
Bearing his youth inquires innocently. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna... Give me a second. I wanna... Why can't Cassia be here and just do my perception tests for me? Isn't that how it works on the ship? Usually? I don't know. I wonder about the ship. I wonder... This whole section of the game makes me very curious for what a different playthrough might look like. If you have different companions with you, etc, etc. I'm just gonna click through the same options again. Continue. Failed again. I want to be a cool smart guy. That's all I want. How many tries do I give this? I don't know. I wonder if it unlocks more dialogue options. That's really all I want. It's more... That's the thing I don't like about like skill checks in CRPGs.
Let us raise
where it like...
You, of course, are a maiden, not a father. Be worthy of it.
What am I trying to say? When it just locks you out of content, it kind of sucks. Okay. Fuck.
Why do...
Okay, succeeded. I'll take the perception. Like I said, I'm pretty sure what it... But it's cool if I know this. The homophagia is clearly involved here. The genetic gift granted by to the Astartes by the Emperor. This organ links the brain and stomach of a space marine, allowing him to absorb information from the genetic code of any flesh he consumes. Yes. It has to do with the homophagia, yes?
You are very well informed. Far more than a common mortal ought to be. Yes, it is true that I have gorged on the flesh of my enemies to reap the secrets from the steaming flavor of their meat. I have slain many Xenos and feasted on their flesh. My captors have watched me do it and taken glee in it, while I have been gathering information and planning my escape.
Yes. He didn't seem too pleased about me knowing, but that is an interesting detail that I wanted to know. In fact, I'm gonna do this. I realize that means I will have failed that perception check, but that's fine. Tell me about your brothers, the Space Wolves.
Not everyone is granted the right to ask such questions, but you, I shall allow it. What do you want to know about the Astartes from the glorious Fenris?
Fenris. What is it like? I know, but I want to know.
Fenris is home. A harsh land of harsh winters and harsh people. When comes the Hellwinter, a fearsome season of frosts, the merciless world sea freezes, and great white bears, snow wyrms, and ice trolls go on the hunt. Then the murderous frost retreats, and boats of harpooners sail out to ply their craft, capturing sea snakes and krakens. And then comes the season of fire. Volcanoes awaken. Waves wash over whole islands, and only the land of Asaheim offers salvation to those whose blood and grit win them the right to live upon it. Clan fights clan. Crows circle over battlefields, and wolfhounds rise up to the sky. That is my beloved home. There is no place in the universe like it.
That is more than I knew. Like, I know what Fenris is, and I kinda know the general gist of what it's like. But that was more than I knew, which makes me want to ask as well.
Tell me, Edfator.
Oh.
What is the most fearsome foe on Fenris?
I'm so good at this though. Why can't I succeed? I'm gonna fucking... I wanna be a smart person. Fucking... Save scumming is good and cool. Fuck you. Base crit chance is 10%. All hit chance above 95 is... I've read that before. I just forgot that's how it works. It's good to know.
Let us not
Okay.
tell me.
Fuck you. I don't know why I should be succeeding these tests. I feel like. Didn't it say I had like super big plus to that?
Let us raise our cups, not... Tell me.
One more try, then I'll just accept it. Overpenetration is an interesting property.
Let us raise our cup. No. Tell me.
Come on. Yeah. You mentally go through the list of the deadliest creatures on Fenris, but your thoughts seem to settle on one strange name. Wrath Badger. You have read about this animal, a small and ferocious creature about which very little is known. The Wrath Badger.
No, you are... What? Why the Wrath Badger?
Little is known about it. That means hunters fear to encounter it, and it is the most dangerous. Worth it.
Very good. I hope to tell you about the black curse of the Wolfen, but your answer wasn't bad either. Wrath Badger.
Okay, fucking worth it. I want to hear these lines, man. I still wish to hear about the curse of the Wolfen.
The curse of the Wolfen is the most fearsome and most terrible foe on Fenris. In the heart of every brother, there lives a dark beast, bloody and forever ravenous. He hungers to kill, not for glory or duty, or his battle brothers, but solely for the sake of killing. For he who falls to that dark beast, there is no joy or thrill in slaughter. There is but dull rancor.
Yes. Digger knobs. That's...
Should what I...
That's probably the funniest single video that Bravo Alphabusa has done, is the fucking Digger knobs video. Okay, who are the Space Wolves? Yeah.
That is our name in the old tongue of our world. We are the fiercest of the All-Father's warriors. His executioners. His retribution.
That goes way back.
Our fearless Wolf King is Lehman Ross, son of the All-Father. Our world is Fenris, and our home the Fang, which rises from the world's spine into orbit. We are the thunder in the bloody storm of battle that calls to us. That is who we are.
Oh, I want to pick this so bad. I did quick save, didn't I? You Fenrisians seem to bring wolves into everything. Do I want to say that? That seems silly, but let's go for silly.
You are not wrong there. Every other word out of a Fenrisian's mouth is wolf.
I am so glad I picked that. That is... I love that they fucking acknowledge that shit.
But there is more to our spirit than grim destruction alone. In the Hall of Heroes, we hold feasts the likes of which you will see nowhere else. To thundering laughter, we raise our horns, tell our sagas, and honor our glorious fallen. Though the body of an Astartes is built to be immune to the effects of drink, we invented a way around this taboo. The mjod we brew can overcome even our blood. It makes us drunk and makes our feasts jovial
Let's hear it again.
occasions. You can brew it nowhere else but on good old Fenris. No other world is home to such poisonous plants.
Yeah. Decent pronunciation on mjöd. It's a little too much of an O sound for my taste, but I don't know. Frankly, I don't know. Like, I suppose you would have to go Icelandic to get the most accurate pronunciation to Old Norse. But
everyone is granted the right to ask such questions.
At least it's getting the correct J sound. The y.
What do you want to know about the Astartes from the glorious Fenris?
For a Space Marine chapter, maybe I should just ask this first. In icons I have seen, Astartes look much less wild.
Our gene seed is unique. Lehman Ross blessed us with the Canis Helix, a genetic gift that heightens our senses, making them sharper than those of brothers from other chapters. The Canis Helix kindles a bloodthirst in our hearts and changes our appearance to resemble the lethal wolves of Fenris.
Yeah, that's kinda nutty. But it's 40k, it is kinda nutty. For a Space Marine chapter, you are far from orthodox.
The wolves do not take orders from outsiders. We keep the old ways, not the Codex Astartes.
Yes.
We fight in packs, and we are trained and healed by our wise rune and wolf priests. We do not find honor in adorning ourselves in laurels, but instead etch the full names of our fallen kin as a promise of vengeance, and draw strength from that promise.
What do you believe in?
We believe in the great wolves, in the deadly black mane and fierce Drakan the Thunderwolf, in redoubtable Hagar the Mountain Wolf, and in the bloodied Hunter, in the wolf that stalks between stars, who follows us wherever we may go, and in the uncanny two-headed Mordkai, guard of the realm of the dead. Only the great wolves show us their favor. The others are more malign, but each teaches us a lesson. For that, we praise and honor them.
Does that mean you do not believe in the immortal emperor of humanity as a god?
The All-Father is not a god. He is the best of all humans.
Interesting.
Our perfect forebear. His blood flowed through the veins of Lehman Ross, and Ross's blood flows in me. Does that make me a god?
Some might say yes.
For him has no end, and I am ready to die for him. But what place does faith have here? Is the All-Father like the massive Iron Wolf, whose every tuft of fur forms a mountain on the surface of Fenris? Or is he as enormous as the Sun Wolf, which rises to hunt every morning and fills our world with light? The All-Father is not a god, but the highest of humanity. Ordinary humans struggle to grasp this, but we, his warriors and offspring, remember the truth.
That is very interesting that you're straight up telling me. Did I? Oh, it's the... Okay. These are some interesting options. Should I just say that? Fuck it, let's go for it. I also believe that the Emperor is a man and not a god.
It makes his deeds all the more glorious. Battling gods is child's play when you yourself are a god. But if you are a man... now, that is the stuff that sagas are made of.
Interesting. Very, upfront, this Space Wolf. Sorry, I'm spinning around. I'm just looking at his armor. He appears to be wearing. This is not. He's not a Primaris, which is good. Fuck Primaris, I hate them. He appears to be wearing Mark 7, from what I can tell. He's got the knee pads. He's got the rim. It's got this style of backpack, and Mark 7 would make the most sense, so. He also, on the other hand, it seems to be, it has this little bird skull, it seems, or wolf skull, I guess. It's probably a wolf skull. It would be. The bird skulls are more the province of the Raven Guard. Whose skulls are these? Anyways, what else do your wise priests do?
Lacan the Ruined Wolf once shared the mysteries of the healing potions and the secrets of magic sagas. He taught them to see the past and future in thrown runes, to call down storms, and to carve powerful talismans.
Ooh. Suddenly feel a whisper of something menacing radiating from Ulfar. A necklace from Are you a rune priest? A necklace of various formidable-looking teeth hangs around his neck. The teeth are carved with intricate runes, even. Warp lore, of course. The Space Wolves tend to deny that what their priests are doing is indeed warp related, if I'm not misremembering, or they at least treat it differently from other psykers, which they don't like. I'll point at the necklace. Is that a powerful charm?
The Allfather gifted you with strong intuition. This was made by Skjadi Twice-Thinker. The spirits liked him, and one could feast a whole long Hellwinter night to the words of his saga. So keen was his mind. He was my friend.
Ulfar's face, lit a moment ago with ruthless pride, seems to darken, as if a shadow passed across it. You spoke of full names that give you strength. What is your name in that case?
Ulfar Redmane. That is what my brothers call me.
After a moment's silence, huh? Fuck. Oh, I was so close. The primitive culture of Fenris could well have bestowed such a simple and banal name upon Ulfar. There is nothing... Okay, so... Maybe I would have had the option to ask for his full name, but fucking whatever.
And there I was, about to round off my story with a short 400-verse saga about the gifts of Lacan the Ruined Wolf. Should what I told you reach Fenris, you...
I'm gonna quick save. I could reload the previous save. Now that I know when the skill checks come. It was a 20% chance. It's fuck it, it's fine.
Raise our cups at Vater, in honor of deeds accomplished and...
I kind of asked him this already when he was in the cage, but let's go again. How did you end up here?
What do you want to know? What brought the Space Wolves to the Expanse? Or how I ended up in the non-human's Dark City?
Why did you come to the Coronis Expanse?
An inquisitor by the name of Kalkazar put out a call for aid. My wolf lord did not refuse him, and had 2 packs deployed to the Expanse. We never trusted this ally, but a blood debt for a service rendered in the past forced our hand.
I see. How much is a pack? What is a pack? Surely it's not just a unit. It might be. might just be like 10 Space Wolves. Ooh. Succeeded. Though it wields immense power, when it comes to the Astartes, even the Inquisition chooses to make requests rather than commands. The Space Wolves are not known for being close allies of the Inquisition. How strange then that the chapter sent not one but 2 squads in response to this request, when one squad alone is capable of crushing a planetary uprising. Two packs, just like that? The Space Wolves must have taken this request seriously.
Insightful. We'd had no dealings with this Calcazar before this, and we did not trust him. 2 packs meant twice as many eyes to watch out for his games and schemes. And then... The Coronis Expanse is a wild hunting ground teeming with prey. And the Space Wolves will be the first to turn its snow scarlet. The Jarl decided to send the most indomitable hunters who hunger for honor and bloodshed. 1 pack would have fulfilled its duty for the sake of pride, but 2 would seek to outdo each other for the sake of glory.
I see. What debt do you owe the Inquisitor?
He saved our brother who had lost the pack and was unable to look after himself or the chapter's honor.
Wolfen?
Calcazar returned our brother to Fenris and kept secret the misfortune that had befallen him.
Probably Wolfen.
The Jarl knew that the Inquisitor's actions were driven by opportunism and the desire to have us mighty warriors in his debt. But honor forced him to be hospitable to the stranger and swear an oath of friendship.
I see. And why did the Space Wolves not trust the Lord Inquisitor?
The Inquisition.
What a show.
Rats scurrying around the All-Father's house and ruling it in the Master's absence. Cowards they are. The last into battle, but the first on any war council. We saw what they were worth in the months of shame.
Months of shame. Fuck! What are the months of shame?
An ancient strife, if you do not know of it.
Fuck, I need to know. I need to know. I want to know what that is. Fuck. I'll get back. The clicking through the dialogue goes pretty fast. The most time-consuming thing is to wait for the thing to load.
Let us raid.
Boom, boom. Okay, succeeded.
Inside the Coronis expand.
Okay, you know the story. After the first war for Armageddon, in which Space Wolves and the forces of Armageddon fought off the terrifying incursion of the archenemy, the Inquisition ordered that the heinous event be covered up and the planet's mortal defenders be thrown into labor camps and sterilized. The Wolves defended their erstwhile comrades and evacuated many people to Fenris. The confrontation ended in a bloody massacre, and the courts of the Inquisition have not appeared in Fenris' system ever since. Ah. I know about that. I didn't know that's what the months of shame was. That was very worth it to reload. I do not trust Calcazar. He is suspicious.
We also decided to be cautious. His words flowed like honey, and he seemed an honorable man. But lies always look like truth, don't they?
That is true.
That arrogant chief thought he could give us orders. But we wolves have always followed our own instincts and hunted in our own way.
Yes.
I wager that boiled his blood.
Can I get back to this dialogue? Can I go out and save? Might as well.
This. What do you want to
Okay,
know?
okay, good.
Fenris Jod.
I want to do the like dialogue skill check so I get as much info as possible.
What do you want?
What do you know of Xavier Calcasar's plans and objectives?
In warm furs, the old man does shroud his body. In cloaks of secrets woven, shrouds the sly man his plans. To know his dire purpose, swallow not the words of poison, but his gristle.
I see. How did you end up captive?
We had gone on a raid for Xenos prisoners and fell into a trap. We had no war machines to support us, and some of our squad were wounded, so we were forced to retreat. I ordered my battle brothers to leave, but I remained behind to meet our guests. I do not know how many of the feeble wretches I slew, but I would have killed even more had their towering piles of bodies not hindered me in combat.
Heh.
They wounded me and captured me. They froze the joints in my armor. When they dragged me to their ship, 2 of my battle brothers descended up the Xenos and tried to free me. An insane plan, but it almost succeeded. Almost. And so there were 3 of us taken captive. And then there were 2. And then I was alone once again.
What happened to the fallen brothers? Who were they? Let's not ask that. That's a sensitive question. Let's save that.
Their saga is one I will not sing to you. You have spilled no blood with them, nor shared with them meat unmewed. Their spirits might be outraged if they knew I had sung of their deeds to a stranger.
Fair. Ulfar lets out a sullen growl and pins you with an icy glance that sparks something within you. Awareness of the monstrous chasm separating you and the ancient superhuman standing opposite. Yeah, like, Space Marines are not just people. What happened to the other 2?
They fell with honor.
I am sorry they died.
Yes, so am I. This Fenris.
Okay, quick save. I'm gonna have tons of saves just here.
Let us raise Ark.
Uh,
What do you want?
Tell me about your time in Komora.
These are dark days you are asking about, Ed Fatter. Let my keen-edged friend be a witness to the ferocity of my words.
Ulfar lets out a rumbling sigh, draws out the rune knife that you saw him carry in the Dark City, begins to spin it between his fingers, finding his equilibrium again. That you saw him carry in the Dark City, that suggests to me that this dialogue will be available once we leave here.
I was given to Tarvantius for his amusement in the arenas of Komora. Astartes are a rarity, and he sent me out there to kill gladiators. Living as an inglorious butcher and a Xenos' puppet, I hated it constantly, every moment. I had to take care of my mind before it was twisted to the 7 hells.
After roaring and raging in Fenrisian for a time, Ulfar catches his breath.
Every morning I made entreaties to the Allfather, and every night I appealed to Russ. I trained my body, read the litanies, and in the darkest moments I recited my own saga. I recalled every battle, every wound, every brother. And that is how I survived.
Fixes you with a fierce glower and then turns away.
I always survive. This was a bleak saga, Edvator.
Answer a few questions about yourself.
Instinct bids me to remain silent. Such knowledge is not to be shared with just anyone. Only those who possess my complete trust.
Fair.
Fenris Hilda, Edvator.
Okay. Fucking just hard save. Part of me wants to like redo all of that and get the skill checks I missed. I want to know all the things. Now, it worries me that fucking Heinrichs didn't come here. I thought he would. Oh, he did come here. Good. Why isn't he marked? Heinrich raises his head. The cold haze that surrounds him begins to dissipate. Jane, have you been looking for me? I tried to find somewhere out of the way where I could recover from the torture. And I'll look closely at him. Compared to how he was in the anatomical opera, Heinrich looks almost like his usual self, but you cannot help noticing the sag in his shoulders and the twitch at the corner of his mouth. He is exhausted. His biomassing must have sapped more energy than he expected. Noticing your examination, Heinrich laughs under his breath. Pay no attention. Serious internal injuries require particular focus and painstaking effort to remedy, that's all. I'm almost as good as new. Moving is no longer excruciating, at least. I was worried when I discovered you had disappeared. I did not disappear. I just thought that the others didn't need to see me in that state. Heinrich casts a sidelong glance at you. You don't need to see me like this either. I'm already on the mend anyway. He reaches out and gently strokes your cheek. I don't know if we're that close, man. But fine. I still haven't asked you what happened to you after we were captured. I can tell you what happened to me. I listen. An hour passes. Your recounting takes a long time. When you finish, Heinrich is silent for several seconds. So, the Drukari thought that you were working with one of their accursed kind, and it was all because of Achilles. It seems that I, among others, are responsible for us ending up here. Do you think there is any truth to it? Heinrich says nothing for a long time. I won't deny that acolytes sometimes resort to working with Xenos, but that typically happens only in dark and desperate times. It's possible that one of Achilles' spies stooped so low, but after the events of Dargonus, I gave the order to disband the network of informants. Silence hangs in the air. Heinrich looks at you with a strange expression, then he sighs and brushes his fingers across your cheek again. Thank you for checking up on me. But you don't need to wallow here with me. I'll put myself back together and rejoin the others soon, I promise. That seems a little bit too romantic. I'd love to give him a hug, but with that dialogue it feels like it implies romance. I wish there was something I could do to help you. Heinrich smiles and creases form at the corners of his eyes. All the same, it's nice to hear. Don't worry. I've come through situations like this before. I just need a little time. Healing deep or old injuries using biomancy takes time. It's a slow, painstaking process, especially if you have to grow new tissue. You sound like you're speaking from experience. When my family disowned me, they also removed all the night pilot implants from my body. You had gotten that far? Oh, dude. There's not gonna be a knight in this game, but that's so cool. Knights are so fucking cool, dude. I play knights. I played knights in 8th edition 40k, and then I played them in. Currently, I'm playing them in Horus Heresy. I'm in fact building a classic Questoris knight. I have. I say as I look over my shoulder to look at my knights. I have built but not yet base sprayed 2 Cerastus Knight, 1 Lancer and 1 Castigator, that I'm gonna do some green stuff with. I'm gonna make a fucking Weeb Knight army. I'm gonna make my knights inspired by Japanese media. I'm gonna have a Gurren Lagann Lancer. I'm gonna have a Leopardon Castigator, and then I'm gonna make a fucking Metal Wolf Chaos Questoris with double Gatling guns and heavy flamers and rocket pod and everything. It's gonna be great. When my family disowned me, they also removed all the night pilot implants from my body. They don't stand on ceremony when it comes to sorcerers, so after my vivisection I was left with a paralyzed arm and a significant chunk of my cranium missing. The hole was sealed with a plate. When the Lord Inquisitor took me out of the guard, he had me remove the augments installed in Psychus when they become sanctioned. So I lost an eye and gained some nerve damage. Xavier didn't care that I was a main freak. He needed me for my sorcery, nothing more. But I decided I would be more useful if I could start to look more like a human again. He brings his hand to his face. Repairing my eyeball took the longest. Even the nerve connections took less effort. Years went by before I managed to eliminate all the visual aberrations and I could see as well as I had when I was a child. They really want to give me the option to get all romantic. I guess I did give him a lascivious look that one time. And after all that, you are still loyal to the Imperium and the Inquisition? He pulls away from you. Why wouldn't I be? The Imperium deemed me stable enough to keep me as a sanctioned psycho. The Inquisition gave me a new, higher role, a more honorable role. How could I not repay those debts? They mutilated and maimed you purely because of what you are. I'm a psyche, Jane. The very fact of my existence is anathema and can only be excused by my usefulness, up until the point that I turn into a mutant or a portal to the warp. I am under no illusions. Sanctioned or not, that is the future that awaits any sorcerer. Heinrich gives you a questioning look and smiles crookedly. This sentimentality is new. I only wanted to give you an example of how biomancy works on long-standing injuries, and I didn't mean to upset you. Should we do that? Fine, let's go. We will find a way out of here and go home, won't we? I could calculate our chances based on my limited knowledge of this place, but I don't think the situation calls for cold facts, does it? Heinrich gently turns your face to his. If it comes to it, I will lay down my life to get you home. Oh, fuck! And I will do it gladly. You feel his breath brush your lips. Was that a kiss? Fuck! Heinrich's hand begins. No, no. No, not here. Does the game think I'm in a relationship with him? I'm sorry, you're right. Just stay beside me for a little while longer. But I do want to be nice to him. Like, fuck. He went through a lot of shit, and my character is supposed to be like a good person at heart. Of course, I shall stay as long as you need. Brings your fingers to his lips and closes his eyes. Fucking fine. That'll have to be enough. Is he now? Yeah, he is. Is there more dialogue? Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Emperor protects.
When we get back on the next episode, we will be talking even more. Boy, don't you love talking? Don't you love having just talked in the camp for 45 minutes? Good shit. I will see you next time.